Your voice, your opinion, your community. Fact TV, free speech, protected.
The following is independently produced programming. The views and opinions expressed are those of the producers and do not reflect the views and opinions of Falls Area Community Television, our staff, or board of directors.
Hi. This is James Bourke TV show. Today we're gonna talk about Thanksgiving. It's next month. Thanksgiving. It's coming up November, sometime in November. Okay. Now, I want to say, Thanksgiving is a good holiday. Please, for Thanksgiving, stay safe and be careful. Yes. For wow. Yes, okay, I know what I was gonna say. I was gonna talk about sports as well. I love, like I always do, I love Candlepin bowling with first John Bat in 1958, October 4th, Saturday at 12 noon. Yes. Then he came along. Dan Garris, the host, TV hostess, appearance behind the microphone was Dan Garris. Yes. And Philippin was our person and director. And then came Ralph Stewart, our Wapondats and referee. And to get the worst word and the worst balls, come back over the Daryl line. And our video on the tonic scoreboard. That means he's keeping score on the computer. On the time keeps score on the keyboard. That means his fingers. And Mr. Keith Williams and the big board for the folks here, for the wife Galloway. And I can't forget Don Wally, our scorekeeper inside the session. And schoolkeeper inside the season, that's right. And Brian Howard on the cameras, on the everything, especially when 2 and 3. Here at the fairway, Natick, Massachusetts. For the ferry in Natick, Massachusetts. Sports World Center. In Natick, yes. On 19 Turnpike. The bars come to dissipate and Candlepin bowling. And feet shows and at the ferry in Natick, Massachusetts. Feet shows and 5 strands at the Pilgrims in Hereford, Massachusetts was Saturday night or Sunday night in August. 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m. Then we got the phone Saturday at 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. That's right. And I want to thank those guys for what they did for Candlepin bowling on 10:05 in Boston. When they were on the air to the total fishing. I want to thank my bowling alley for TV station for taking the videotapes to the television station and paying back. We wind up paying back on Saturday mornings, different times, and that our time that our week the women series starts up again. The women's series. Then after women's comes men's. Yeah, but of course. and after that was, oh yeah, the big one too. The home, the Phil Bourke got a new home base for the new bowling show in 96 and beginning of 97 with the Pilgrims in Hereford, Massachusetts, Candlepin skins with Doug Brown and Dan Murphy, and the same for Packpitch Wins in Wyndham, New Hampshire, for Candlepin Stars and Strikes, for Doug Brown, the host Doug Brown and Dan Murphy. Good job, guys. And sometimes it's Wonder Murphy to fill in for Dan Murphy. Not all the time. And the no home base again for Rita Wayne's in Nashua, New Hampshire. It's called Candlepin Stars and Strikes. Your host, Dick West and Mike Mullen. And of course, I can't forget my friend, Paul Bourke. And now he wrote 193. Wow. 193, that's amazing. His big 500 table. And yes, that was a wonderful day. And the marks that had, and they had 4 strikes in a row. Dirt's Remit, Dirt's Barber, Dirt's Remit, and Dick O'Connell, Tom Oster, Jeff Atkins, and Dak Zanuck. And I was so proud of them for getting those many strikes and marks. Especially Jack Way. He got 10 marks and 9 tens. And 8 Carnegie. 11 marks, but he wore a strike instead for a 9. And we all understood that. That's understandable. and absolutely. I didn't mean to do that, but and I like to see a day of Nikki, Tia, and Barbara is back, and Williams. Hi. And I want to say hi to all my cousins and family. And I'm going to start handing in there, but he's doing much better. Happy to say. And once in a while, he says someone he talks to, like a priest. And that's kind of nice for him. If it makes him happy, it makes me happy. And I want to say hi to Olga Jom, Adedini, Stacy Purcell, Amy Gannett, and Dan Gannett, and Shawari, and Winnie Wowie, and Nick Wowie. And I want to say hi to Jack, Women, Amen, that's right, and Matthew, Kristen, Kelly, Mike Walls, and Amy Walsh, and Chris Dottie, and Mike Walsh, like I said before. like Jack, Connor, Wemmet, yeah, and I would say the Bourkes. Amen. Okay, can't forget that. I left that part out. So sorry about that, Amen. And you gotta see those my cousins now. They're growing up or what? And Uncle Barry, especially. And I still miss Auntie Jill. And she was to say, well, what, you going surfing? And I was saying, hi to Uncle Paul, Uncle Wemmet, Uncle John Callahan, Auntie Jeanine Callahan, and Jeffrey Callahan, and Stephen, Thomas, and Philip. And that was way to go. Well, not way to anymore, but Mano. Yes. Okay. And Becky, my home fighter, went up to with Georgia and Workers and Cat to Warwick Park up in Salem. Yes, and that was fun. All right. And let's go back if we could to the bowling. I want to thank A. Harden for what he always did for dying girls. I was gonna say dying girls is 10:05. It has been dying girls 10:05 in Boston. They're being 58 years of traffic entrapment and space and strikes and closing a book on the TV constitution of the Fairleigh, Massachusetts, and Pilgrim Lands in Haverhill, Massachusetts. And I want to thank Doug Brown and Dan Murphy. And I want to thank Pilgrim Lands in Haverhill, Massachusetts for Mariano's Pizza and Subs for the things they did for the scheduled tapings on Tuesdays. And at 10 to 6, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. If they taped 4 shows on Candlepin Skins and on Pike Place Ranch, Wyndham, New Hampshire, 6 shows, 4 shows, excuse me, for Pike Place Ranch, Wyndham, New Hampshire, you're watching Candlepin Stars and Strikes. And of course, Tony restaurant. That's where they go eat. Wow. Oh, and the buy whites 102. Whoa, um, those are buy whites indeed. I have to be see can watch the balls compete on for in person or on television. And for Wetherlands, it was the same. The tip from Wetherlands, Nashville, New Hampshire, Candlepin Stars and Strikes of Dick Rust and Mike Mullen. And they tip that too for shows and for doubles for skins and stars and strikes doubles and Wheeler Lanes Candlepin doubles after men's and the women's together. Wow. And they did that on Tuesdays from 10 a.m. to 5:30 at night p.m. And when they were done, they took it to the television station so people can watch it, enjoy it, and and can't forget, at 1:00 it was Common Sense with Dick Rust and Sunday that was Saturday there at 1:00. And Sunday at 1:00, Hyacinth came on. Sundays at 1:00 after the Bowman show. and sometimes it goes on 10:05 in Boston at 2:00 because of the cough classic. And everybody's like, what happened? Where did the Bowman show go? And because it was on a different time. And therefore, it wasn't 10:30. It was on 2:00 instead. Eastern. On 10:05 in Boston. Because of the cough classic. And oh yes, I went. I went to shower bed. Dan Gillis when he was having 58 years of in celebration at the whooping ball drum, but upstairs at the Crossville. And that was a good get together for Dan Gillis, and he's partners for Candlepin Bowling and the bowlers and for the fans. And that was a really good time. And again, I want to thank for the One Bowling Center for the state table champs the men's, no, for the Wani Bowling Center, the state table champs of the ladies and the men's 6 weeks all together for both days, Saturday and Sunday. And that was of Doug Brown and Dan Murphy. And I want to thank again the Wani Bowling Center with my best friend, Dan Murphy, and Bob Furricker. Bob Furricker, I had it backwards. Bob Furricker and Dan Murphy. Now that's correct. Big Shot Bowling. And I want to thank, after that, mixed Candlepin doubles when it was in first round with A. Haddon and Al Didio on a tonic scoreboard. And I keep forgetting Ralph Stewart. Weapon touch in the referee for the same fan. Speaking of Ralph Stewart, yes, for Ralph Stewart, for the Fairway Atlantic, Massachusetts, for when 2 and 3, he can see it, but he couldn't see when 9 and 10 are Pilgrims in Hereford, Massachusetts, for the live tabletop show. 5 strands, 5 bowlers competed, and he couldn't see the ball in the word for where he was sitting at 9 and 10, yes. For way 9 and 10, I want to thank everybody for Candlepin Bowling, and especially today for see you next week, same time, same station. Bye bye.